For 3 years, Spain and England have been untouchable in the world's biggest club competition, but in 2010, for the first time in the better part of a decade, neither nation had a representative in the UEFA Champions League final, as FC Bayern München and FC Internazionale Milano enforced a changing of the guard by battling their way to the Santiago Bernabéu. The Spanish setting left many to watch on with envious eyes at the conclusion to another memorable season of European club football. The Champions League is the prize that players across the globe pray for. So many have dreamt of running out in the showpiece. Precious few can say they have done it. The concept of making history has never been far from the thoughts of European sides this season, with the new Europa League crowning its never-to-be-forgotten first winners, Club Atletico de Madrid. But the fledgling tournament's big brother cannot, will not be outshone, and rewriting the record books of the continent's premier club competition was for so long a possibility for another Spanish Liga side. The outstandingly talented squad of FC Barcelona had the opportunity to achieve immortality in the minds of football fans across the world by becoming the first ever team to successfully defend a Champions League title. But even with Club Footballer of the Year Lionel Messi and Euro 2008 winners like Puyol, Iniesta and Xavi, the Catalans fell agonisingly short. José Mourinho is arguably the most talked about figure in world football. The FC Inter coach produced a display of tactical mastery to brush aside a second leg sending off for his midfielder Thiago Motta to somehow secure a place in the final by beating Pep Guardiola's team. The Catalans' semi-final defeat ended their hopes of breaking new ground, but despite Olympique Lyonnais' own last 4 loss, the French side succeeded in making their furthest ever progress in the competition. A feat achieved after victory in the first ever All-French Champions League tie, their quarter-final encounter with Girondins de Bordeaux. FC Bayern München ended their progress when Arjen Robben took it upon himself to help win a third successive tie for the Bavarians with a third successive stunning long-range goal. Manchester United and Fiorentina had already felt the fire of Robben's left boot. Another blast from the Dutchman in the first leg was followed by an Ivica Olic hat-trick in the second to secure a place in the final. Siskemasver end our roundup of the history-making participants in the final stages. A Russian side had never previously made the last 8 of the Champions League. Their achievement could well become the start of a Russian revolution in Europe's elite competition. Highly respected Arsenal coach Arsene Wenger has said in the past that he believes we'll soon see a winner from Europe's Eastern Bloc. Before we return to remember the final itself in the Spanish capital, we must honour the achievement of those other sides that recorded historic firsts. This season saw an unprecedented 8 competition debutants, the highest number of first-timers since way back in 1992. And that abolishing of the norm was the first whisper of change that grew and evolved to eventually leave us with FC Inter and FC Bayern in the Spanish showpiece. Of those beginning their own evolution at the top table of European football, Bordeaux' sensational run of 7 consecutive victories under Laurent Blanc was seriously impressive, and the 8 points accrued in finishing third in their section by debutants Unirea Erziceni also deserves more than a mere mention. Under the charge of Dan Petrescu, the Romanians achieved the highlight of home victory over a strong Sevilla side. Back to the final then, and before a ball was even kicked, we already knew that another record would be changed forever, regardless of the result. Both Mourinho and Louis van Gaal had already won the competition elsewhere, so whichever head coach celebrated at the conclusion of the European season, a third name would join those of Ottmar Hitzfeld and Ernst Happel as those able to boast titles with 2 different sides. In the end, that achievement belonged to Mourinho, as he and his team completed their courageous climb to the summit of world club football by winning the UEFA Champions League. A season of record breaking is at an end. The new kings of Europe are FC Internazionale Milano.